President Trump likes to say that he has a great relationship with China's President Xi, and that may be true. But that does not change the fact that China is a communist regime bent on global domination. And that means that the CCP needs to take what we have and make us vulnerable and, of course, dependent. And to that end, 3 Chinese research scholars working at the University of Michigan laboratories were busted after allegedly attempting to smuggle illegal biological materials into the U.S. under the guise of research. Now, some of the packages include genetically modified roundworm shipped from a student in Wuhan. Yeah. All 3 held student exchange visas, according to the DOJ. Now, remember, this is the same university where Chinese nationals were charged earlier this summer for smuggling in toxic crop-killing fungi, which could be used as a potential agro-terror weapon. Here to discuss is Gordon Chang, Gates Stone Institute Senior Fellow. Gordon, it seems that you and I have been talking about this kind of story, I don't know, 20 years? This has been going on for years, yet all we hear is about how great it is to have Chinese students in the United States of America. No offense, I'm sure they're great Chinese students, but this is a threat that, frankly, we don't need and we shouldn't be tolerating.
Certainly. And we know that about 13% or so of those Chinese students engage in espionage. When you consider that in 2024, there were 277,000 Chinese nationals in our school, 13% is a big number. And it's an especially big number if you double that, as President Trump had talked about. But the other thing, of course, is that we have seen at the University of Michigan now this year 2 incidents of Chinese trying to bring in genetically modified pathogens. Those were dangerous to our food supply. This is a biological weapons attack. These were weapons of mass destruction. This was an attack on the United States. And unfortunately, the Chinese nationals are only going to get light sentences. And matter of fact, one of them from June was actually removed from the U.S. after she pled guilty. We should be sending these people to Guantanamo because these are enemy combatants.
Well, first of all, why is this University of Michigan campus still allowed to do this? Like, there should be federal repercussions for any university that has this kind of lax system in place. Am I missing something? Or I don't want to be unfair here, but to me, this seems ludicrous.
Yes. The problem here, I think, is that there are so many universities that have been penetrated that have these networks of Chinese nationals. So although it's the University of Michigan that has seen these arrests, I think we see these networks at so many other universities. So the FBI right now is just overwhelmed. Our law enforcement is overwhelmed by Chinese nationals. And until we can get this problem under control, we need to start removing these dangerous elements from our society.
Well, so you mentioned 275,000 Chinese students, right? Those are 275,000 American students who are not going to these universities, by the way. So America first should be American students first. That's my view. Okay. Well, we always had some foreign students, but when I was in college, we didn't have Soviet students. We didn't have any Soviet Union students in our universities, okay? That was the 80s. I think it worked out pretty well for us. But now, is it the case that the administration is thinking about upping those numbers to 600,000 Chinese students? Am I getting that right?
You're getting that right because President Trump himself said it. And you're absolutely right, Laura. I mean, this issue here is that we are not educating Americans. American educational institutions, their only goal should be getting Americans ready for the jobs of the future. And when we know that these Chinese students are primarily in STEM topics, science, technology, engineering, mathematics, it means we're not teaching Americans in STEM. Remember, President Eisenhower in 1958 with his Education Act, that was to teach Americans to participate in then the space race, the race for the moon. This was right after Sputnik. We're not doing that now. We're not educating Americans in the subjects that matter.
Well, I think this is just a ticking time bomb. Gordon, you've been on this from the beginning. Thank you very much.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.